Hey, where you think you're going?
To the house, of course.
You didn't know that. Onar pays us not to let guys like you in here.
I want to talk to Lee.
What do you want from him?
I'm not telling you anything new.
He and I go way back.
Wants to know.
You're a pal of Lee's? I don't believe a word. But go on in. If he doesn't recognize you, you'll know it.
No one really wants to hear that.
Lee's in the right wing. Don't even think about wandering around anywhere else.
Been there, done that.
That's all just gossip.
Who the devil let you in here? What are you doing here? I thought you were dead.
What makes you think that?
Gorn told me it was you who brought down the barrier.
Yes, that was me, all right.
I never would have thought that a man could survive something like that. What brings you here? You aren't here without a reason.
I absolutely must talk to the paladins in town. Can you help me get to them?
What's your business with the paladins?
That's a long story.
I've got time.
Zardoz sent me on a mission. He wants me to obtain a powerful amulet, the Eye of Innos.
So you're still allied to that necromancer. I see. And the paladins have this amulet?
As far as I know, yes.
I can help you get to the paladins, but first you need to become one of us.
How can you help me get to the paladins?
Trust me, I've got a plan. I think you're the right man for it. I'll take you to the paladins, and you'll do me a favor, but first, join us.
What exactly are you doing here?
Quite simple. I'm gonna see to it that we all get off this island. Onar hired us to defend his farm, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. But our reward is more than just our pay. By helping the farmers, we cut the city off from its provisions. And the less the paladins have to eat, the sooner they'll listen when I finally make them an offer of peace.
What is your offer going to look like?
Essentially, it will be about our pardons and free passage to the mainland. You'll learn more when the time comes.
Gorn told you about me? What happened to him?
You remember him, don't you?
Sure.
He got caught by the paladins and was sent back to the Valley of Mines with a penal convoy. If the road to the Valley of Mines wasn't plastered with paladins and orcs, I'd have sent a couple of the boys already to free him. But the way things are, there's no point. Poor devil.
I want to join you.
I'd hope you say that. I can use every able man here. The last mercenaries I accepted have done nothing but stir up trouble. In principle, you can start right away. Well, first there's one or two things we need to get straight, but it's no big deal.
What do I have to get straight before I can join you?
Onar, the landowner, is the one who employs us. You can only stay on the farm with his approval. And then there's the boys. I can only accept you if a majority of the mercenaries agree that you join us. But don't go to Onar before everything is straightened out. He's a very impatient fellow.
How can I convince the mercenaries to vote me in?
By doing what is expected of you as a mercenary, I should say. Talk to Torloff. He's usually outside in front of the house. He'll put you to the test. If you can pass that, you should have earned a large part of the necessary respect. He'll tell you everything else you need to know.
What do you know about the Ring of Water?
I might have known. You just have to mingle in everything, don't you?
Come on, tell me.
I'm only marginally involved in this. I know that this secret guild exists here and that the water mages are behind it. Since the fall of the barrier, I am no longer bound to the agreement I came to with the water mages back then. Of course, I still help when I can, but most of the time, I have my own problems and barely any time for other things. If you want to know more about it, you should probably talk to Cord. He's one of them, as far as I know.
Everything fine with you?
So, you want to join us then, hmm? Do you even have a decent weapon?
How did you end up with the mercenaries?
I came with Silvio from the south. We belonged to an army of mercenaries which fought against the orcs.
What's your opinion of Silvio?
He's a dangerous fella, and many of the mercenaries who came with him this far listen to what he says. Better not pick a fight with him.
What's your opinion of Lee?
I think that the only thing Lee is really interested in is getting away from this island. He wants to go to the mainland. Seems to have a bone to pick with someone there. At any rate, he does a far better job than Silvio ever could. Moreover, he's a good leader. Most of the time, we can do whatever we want here.
Would you mind if I joined you?
Once you have passed the test, I shall vote for you.
What weapons do you have to offer?
Only the best. Just take a look at them.
Nothing amazes me.
Hey, you!
I already thought as much.
I want to join the mercenaries.
Oh, and why do you think I should be in favor of you being accepted here?
It can't go on like this forever.
Put me to the test.
Did Lee send you to me?
He insisted
He said you would help me.
For me.
Fine, so here we go. There are two things you have to do before you can join us.
off myself.
First, you have to prove that you're capable of mastering the tasks that you will have to fulfill as a mercenary.
Anything from me.
I'll
That's
put you
all
to the
just
test.
gossip.
And second, you have to earn the respect of the other mercenaries.
Nothing amazes me anymore. I agree.
Well, how can I earn the respect of the other mercenaries?
For most of them, it'll be enough if you fulfill your task and pass my test.
I believe that.
But you'll have to find some other way of convincing some of them.
That will happen sooner or later.
Some will try and exploit your situation, and others may not like your mug. You should try to get along with as many of the boys as possible. But if nothing else helps, then you can always take part in a duel.
I can't help it.
If you win, you'll earn the respect of most of them. But watch out that you don't kill one of them by accident, because then you'll have a big problem.
Don't say you didn't know that. I've got no time for things like that.
What are the rules for a duel?
Quite simple.
Nothing amazes
Both
me
opponents have to have the opportunity to draw their weapons before the first blow. You can't just go and belt one of the men
It's all
without
just
warning.
gossip.
There has to be some sort of spoken challenge, an insult, or another reason to fight.
You listen to the wrong
None of
people.
the other men will interfere in a fight like that, unless one of the two gets killed in the duel.
Do you really believe that? That doesn't surprise me.
What about you? Will you vote me in?
It was his decision.
If you can prove that you can fulfill the duties of a mercenary, yes.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
How's my reputation among the mercenaries?
Let's see. Wolf says he has nothing against you. Jarvis thinks you're on the right side.
Enough trouble as
Cypher says that for him it was crystal clear that you'd get to join. Something seems to have made him really happy. You seem to have convinced Rod that you're strong enough.
Nothing
Sentenza
amazes
will
me
vote for you.
Nobody will learn anything.
He says you were a very reasonable man. I don't need to say anything about Silvio and Bolko. Buster says you're okay. And Dar says you're a blabbermouth.
It was his decision.
At any rate, you want some fair duels.
Who would have thought of that himself? That's all just gossip.
That will never change.
What are my duties as a mercenary?
Onar hired us for
Who would
two
have thought of
reasons.
that himself?
He wants us to keep the militia off his back, and he wants us to keep things in order on his farms. That includes collecting the rent when the small farmers won't pay.
It can't go
So,
on like this
what'll it
forever.
be?
That myself.
I'm no better off myself. I never knew that.
I'll deal with the militia, don't worry.
Where did you pick that
The
up?
farmer Bengar has complained that lately the militia from the city has been getting on his nerves.
That's been known a long time.
They're pressuring the farmer, probably trying to make him break with Onar.
Don't tell me you didn't.
I
know
want you to
that.
go to his farm and make it clear to the militia that they have no business there. Questions?
How can I find Bengar's farm?
That's all
In the
just
southwest of the valley is a big stairway that leads to a high plain. That's where Bengar's farm is. If you get lost, ask the farmers in the fields how to find your way around the area.
I used to say that myself.
doesn't see that. We're gonna get her change.
I want to...
Where did you pick that up, then?
He thinks it's as easy as that.
Come back once.
He never would have thought of that himself.
You have to step in and sort
Same
things
old
out.
thing all over again. I'd have gone about it
Nothing you can
differently.
do about
Good.
it.
Now,
I don't know why you get so...
No idea. You tell me.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
I agree with you completely.
I've heard a thing or two.
That will never change.
If you have a problem with wolves or field raiders, go talk to one of the younger mercenaries. You can come to me when the paladins show up here.
What?
Whenever one of you peasants comes to me, it's always about slaughtering innocent beasts.
I'm not a peasant.
Oh? What is it you want then?
I want to become a mercenary.
You look more like someone who'd been born to work in the field, boy. Can you wield a weapon then? So, how about one-handed weapons?
I'm not so bad at that.
And two-handed weapons then?
I'm surely gonna get better.
Well, at least you're not a damn beginner. All right, I'm gonna vote you in. Whatever else you need to know, you can learn from me.
I've heard that you belong to the Ring of Water.
What rat has not been able to keep his big trap shut?
Lee told me about it. Lares said you could help me if I told you that I reside beneath his wing.
Looks like I've got a deal with you now, doesn't it? All right, so what do you need? And be damn careful about what you tell me. For if I don't like what I hear, I just might skin you alive.
You could help me to get accepted by the mercenaries.
I can just see it now. Right, I'll try. What else?
That's all.
That shouldn't be too hard. And woe betide you if I hear that you can't keep your trap shut. And I'm only saying this once, understand?
Help me become a mercenary.
Let me think. You've got to get past Torloff if you want to make any progress here. Have you already seen Torloff about it?
Yes, that's with the test and everything.
What test would that be?
I'm supposed to drive the militia away from Bengar's farm.
Ah, yes. That's easy. Listen, come back tomorrow. I'll have taken care of it by then. But you're going to have to do something for me in return.
And what would that be?
Not far from here, to the southeast, there's a small bandit camp in the mountains. If you go southeast from here, you'll soon see the tower there. One of my people, Patrick, left several days ago to do business with those varmints. Well, I told him it was a rotten idea, but that idiot wouldn't listen to me. I assume they've made short work of him, but I don't know for sure. You're going to find out for me.
And what makes you so sure that they won't make short work of me, too?
The fact that I know the name of their leader, it's Dexter. You'll simply claim that you know the guy. His men will think twice before they wring your neck just for the heck of it. It could still get dangerous, of course, but you can handle that.
What should I learn first, one-handed or two-handed combat?
Those two types of arms are rather similar. As soon as you reach the next level with one type of weapon, you automatically learn for the other as well. If, for instance, you're good at fighting with one-handed swords, but still a beginner with two-handed weapons, your two-handed skills will go up as well whenever you train with a one-hander. If you train with one type of weapon only, you'll find the training more exhausting. If you always train both, you'll arrive at the same result with less effort. In the end, the outcome will be the same either way. It's your choice.
Halt! You can't go through here.
I want to talk to your leader.
Oh, I see. You want to talk to my boss. Well, then of course I'll let you through. But only if you know his name. Because if you don't, I'll be obliged to kill you. Well?
You don't have to tell me.
Dexter.
Well, I guess you know the boss. Okay, I'll let you through. But I'm warning you, you get too close to anybody, you won't get out of here alive. So take a deep breath and leave your weapons where they are. You'll find Dexter in the house.
It's totally obvious.
Same old thing, all over again.
That'll only cause more trouble.
What does he know about duty?
Look who's here, the great emancipator. Well, hero, what are you doing here?
I'm looking for a few answers.
I never thought you'd come here voluntarily.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that I've been looking for you. Haven't you seen any of my wanted posters? They all bear your mug. Oh yes, you're very much wanted. Didn't you know that?
So, what do you want from me?
Me? Nothing whatsoever. But my boss is hell-bent on seeing you dead. So he wants me to find you and bring him your head.
A mercenary named Patrick's been seen here.
Patrick, huh? No idea what you're talking about. I do recall some loud-mouthed mercenary who hung out with the boys out there sometimes. But I haven't seen him in ages. Maybe he got himself hanged at last. I wouldn't know.
They say that you're kidnapping people from Corinus.
So you found that out too. Good work, Buster. And here I was thinking I had covered my tracks.
Where did those people disappear to? Maybe down the mine somewhere here?
They're far away in the northeast by now, where you can't get to them. I could show you where exactly, but I don't know why I would want to do that.
Who gave you this order?
My boss. He's a dangerous man. You know him. Raven, one of the former ore barons from the old camp in the Valley of Mines. He needs those people to fulfill his plans, and that's all you need to know.
Raven? Dangerous? Oh well.
What do you know? You don't know him like I do. He was a miserable swine even back then, but these days, he has changed since the fall of the barrier. There's a black shadow across his face. His fierce glance will pierce you like the claws of a raptor if you look into his eyes for too long. My only advice to you is leave Corinus as fast as you can, before it's too late. There's nothing here for you, except for certain death.
There's this fellow with an eye patch. He's looking for you.
Everybody's looking for me. I couldn't care less. If that guy has some business with me, let him come here.
I don't believe a word you're saying.
Hey, it's true. I swear on my mother's grave.
And what do you intend to do now? Kill me?
Yeah, but you set us all free. That's why I'm giving you another chance. Beat it. Disappear. Make yourself invisible. Go and don't cross my path again.
I need to know where you brought those people.
Well, you could try beating it out of me. It's better for you if you leave now. If I see you around here again, I won't hesitate to kill you.
Couldn't get away with that.
I could have told you that before.
Things I could tell you.